I've been out here on the wind. My mind and wheels are spinning like some record on the radio. Another lonely state I'm in. Another don't know where I've been down this long, hard road. Right now the sun is going down over some old dusty town I'll be blowing through. And I've been thinking about your smile, counting each and every mile till I get back to you. The humming of the highway is a lonesome sound. And if I had it my way, I'd slow it all down and have my arms around you till I hang up all this travel and hear that driveway gravel underneath my boots. I'll be putting on the speed, 'cause I know I won't feel like me till I get back to you. The humming of the highway is a lonesome sound. And if I had it my way, I'd slow this rig down, put my arms around you. There's moonlight on the dashboard, headlights on the billboards, yeah, the world is blue. I'm running on empty here tonight, and I won't feel alright till I get back to you. Till I get back to you. I don't have to open up my eyes, crawl out of bed or raise the mini blinds. Looks like rain. Looks like rain. Turn on the TV, worthless weatherman. Perfect day for all your outdoor plans. Looks like rain. Looks like rain. Walk out and grab the paper. The neighbor's cutting grass. What's wrong with him? Guess he hasn't heard. We got a roof to keep the rain on, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, bacon in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle, life with a girl and a love that's a real McCoy, ain't bad for a good old boy.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hey, everybody, we are live from the Station Inn in downtown Nashville. I'm Suzanne Alexander, and there's one reason why we were all tuning in, and it's to hear this man that's about to come on stage. He's been called a neo-traditionalist, a singer, a songwriter, and It's been said if you want to know all about him, well, just listen to his songs. He is a true music man, and you can hear it in all 13 songs on his brand new album called Ain't Lookin' Back. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Mo Pitney.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
How good does it feel to be out of the house and talking finally about your new album?
Well, first of all, it's amazing to get to this place to talk about the album. It's been so long since we started to record it, and even finishing it, you don't realize how long it takes to put it into the chutes and get it down the hill to the people. So that feels good. And then obviously this feels like a jailbreak on top of that. You know, we're leaving our homes and sitting on a stage, and though there's not people here tonight other than the couple that get to come up on stage here in a little bit. I'm excited that we can promote the songs tonight this way. So.
I'm holding in my hand, by the way, a nice vinyl copy.
Yeah.
Is this the first for you?
That's the first one that came out of the top of the box. So that's pretty cool to have a vinyl album for a guy like me who learned how to play guitar using vinyl albums from my dad's record closet. So hopefully maybe someday some young kid will want to learn music by this album. I don't know. That'd be a story retelling itself.
Absolutely. Well, as you mentioned, it's been a long time coming for this album. It's been about 4 years, and when we look at 4 years, and a lot of us go, well, what'd I do over the last 4 years? This guy not only got married, had 2 children, and built a house. Like, you literally built your house. Am I missing anything else?
Well, some other things happened too.
Such an underachiever.
Yeah,
right?
it was really, a lot of things have happened since the last album, and I think that was good. I think it was good to have more life under the belt in order to put that into this album. Looking back, I wish that I had gotten an album out sooner, but in the grand scheme of things, it probably came right on time.
If I picked up on that and would say, well, we're not looking back.
No, we're not looking back.
Title, of course, of the album, and this is a song, and you and I have spoken earlier in the week and talked about the project. It's a song that falls really kind of in the middle of the album. It kind of divides it, and there's a reason for that placement.
Yeah. There is, and maybe throughout the night I'll explain more of it, but I think the narrative that we wanted to capture at a 30,000-foot view level was starting life. You know, the first song is me and my guitar, Music Man, and, you know, heading off to the races and finding love and joy and getting hurt. You know, losing love and hitting rock bottom and needing to turn around and find redemption in a way and look to a brighter future. And that was, you know, and then the rest of the album plays out that way, or more so that way. And that was the 30,000-foot view level, and I hope people can listen to the album from start to finish in the way that we intended to record it and have it listened to. It's a lost thing today, but maybe COVID's got us sitting down long enough to listen to an album.
That's why I'm such a fan of listening the way you guys intended it to be, track by track, and they put a lot of thought into that. So when you do sit down, after this is all over, go ahead and listen from top to bottom. Speaking of, we're going to be hearing some of these songs not in order, but we're going to be talking throughout this event as well.
Yes.
So I'm going to step off the stage, and of course, it's why we're here. Mo Pitney, everybody.
Thank you so much. I've got my eyes on the long road ahead, my horizon, the great what's next. You're bringing up old tracks I've laid down and want to talk about a long time ago now. I ain't looking back. Why would I when I ain't going that way? I ain't looking back. Why would I when I ain't going that way? I've got my been there's, I got my done that's. It ain't nothing new to me, it's old hat. No, I ain't running from all my used to be's. I just don't really feel the need to take them with me. I ain't looking back. Why would I when I ain't going that way? I ain't looking back. Why would I when I ain't going that way? Ain't going that way, ain't rolling that way, ain't living, ain't loving, ain't going that way. I spend enough time watching the sunset all the way down into the darkness. Now I just want to drive every day right into the sunrise. I ain't looking back. Why would I when I ain't going that way? I ain't looking back. Why would I when I ain't going that way? Ain't going that way, ain't rolling that way, ain't living, ain't loving, ain't going that way. Ain't going that way. Hey devil, I ain't going that way. Alrighty, that's Ain't Looking Back. I'll tell you, I really know right away, and I might even ask you guys what little bit of you all are in here. Unless you don't like the music, clap a little bit when I get done, huh? How about that? I don't know if you guys can hear them or not, but yeah, that's not fun to end a song, especially like if you play on a television show or something like that and everybody's quiet on set and you end and your insecurity rises all the way to the top. But anyways, I wish I could see your guys' faces out there. I think you guys can kind of type in questions. Obviously, we couldn't get to all of them, but we're going to try to keep our eyeballs open. And Suzanne, who's doing a great job, thank you so much, might come up and we might answer a couple of those throughout the night. There's going to be a lot of moving parts, and we got to switch microphones because obviously we're not able to share them. We got a few guests here tonight, some friends of mine that are amazingly talented musicians and singers, and some of them are family, actually. This song I'm getting ready to play for you now, I got to write with Will Nance and Paul Overstreet, and I'm so thankful to have a plethora of amazing songwriters on this project, and these are two of them with a song called Right Now With You. We've been doing this thing for a while now. Had our share of crazy ups and downs now. It's good to see we're still around now, ain't it, babe? Life has a way of drifting hearts apart now, but we just keep on keeping that spark now. If love can make it through the dark now, we found a way. And I still wanna kiss you in a crowd now, sing my love songs out loud now. Let everyone that I know now know I wrote about you. Guess all I'm trying to say now, girl, I don't wanna miss a day now. And there ain't nothing like right now with you. Girl, you're sure looking good now. If you let me hold you, I would now, and touch you just like I should now with my fingertips. Got something running through my head now. I wanna sleep over on your side of the bed now. Got sweet things that I haven't said now on my lips, and I still wanna kiss you in a crowd now. Sing my love songs out loud now. Let everyone that I know now know I wrote about you. We may not have yesterday now. Tomorrow's too far away now. And there ain't nothing like right now with you. Guess all I'm trying to say now, girl, I don't wanna miss a day now. And there ain't nothing like right now with you. We've been doing this thing for a while now. Ain't it good to see we're still around now? All righty. Well, I hope y'all are cozy on the couch. That is kind of a plus to all of this. You get to listen to some music and you could sit in your pajamas. Wanted to record this next song. I got to record it. The producer, Jim Moose Brown, is here tonight. Hope his antlers don't get in the way of the camera. But no, he's amazing. I could have never made this project without him. He's such an open-hearted musician and producer, and I'm so thankful for that. But we got to write this song together with a friend, Don Sampson. And we actually wrote this song before my first album, and it has stuck around all this time. I've played it at so many singer-songwriter nights and coffee shops across the country because it just seems to resonate with people, so I knew it needed to be on the album. It's really a song about depression, and I wanted to record it so that other people knew that they weren't alone. I think it's a pretty common human experience to have the dark night of the soul. It's called Looks Like Rain. I don't have to open up my eyes, crawl out of bed, raise the many blinds. Looks like rain. Looks like rain. Turn on the TV, worthless weatherman. Perfect day for all your outdoor plans. Looks like rain. Looks like rain. Walk out and grab the paper. The neighbor's cutting grass. What's wrong with him? Guess he hasn't heard that she packed up the blue skies and took it on that plane, and there ain't been no sunshine since she went away. No, that's not a shadow on the ground. That's just a cloud that follows me around. Looks like rain. Looks like rain. I'd love to close up this umbrella, put a pair of Ray-Bans on, and lay down on some beach, 'cause the clouds are gone. But the best that I can hope for is just get through the day and then wake up tomorrow to a lighter shade of gray. Yeah, I hope someday the sun will shine again, but right now I'd probably better head back in. Looks like rain. Looks like rain. Looks like rain. Alrighty.
I call that the heartbreak on the album. But you know, when we talked about the track listing, it's beautiful because right after that, you know, the guy gets the girl.
Yeah, that's the thing. And you know what's it's ironic about that? I wasn't necessarily thinking about this. You know, as an artist, I think I put myself in a box for a while where I needed to only write songs about what I was going through at that time. And so I'm living a pretty happy life now. And so all of my songs were just happy and chipper. I mean, there's bad days, obviously. But sometimes I have to relive my past a little bit to put myself there. But I listened to Boy Gets the Girl, which is the Get the Girl Back song, which there's a little bit of angst. You think he gets her back. You can't totally tell, you know, but that's actually what happened between Emily and I. And we can talk about that a little bit later because I know we're going to bring up Emily later, where she friend-zoned me. And then it played out to my favor later on. So
it all worked out. We'll talk about that, of course. As I said, married, 2 kids. So obviously things are good. Yeah. You know, I do want to let you know that people are responding, and a lot of compliments, a lot of people making requests, so you guys just keep them coming because I'm sure Mo's going to be getting to those. We do want to say hi to folks over in New Zealand that are listening in Queenstown and also in England, over in the UK. Everybody who's tuned in. So
they've come a long way to hear us tonight.
As you said, how nice is it that they could stay in the comfort of their own home?
Yeah.
Of course, on the stage right now, and we've talked about this before, you started out as a young kid at Family Bluegrass Band, and we have your family that has joined you on stage.
Yep. So this is my brother, Blake, one of my best friends, and the crowd all roared.
Woo!
We were both one another's best men in our weddings, and so that shows how close we are. We played a ton of music together. We walked a ton of miles, chasing pheasants and deer and all that too, because we're hunting buddies. But I love him to death. This is Blake. And over here on my right, this is my sister. She changed her name because I guess she doesn't love us anymore. She loves her man more. She married a guy named Wyatt McCubbin. And you all need to check out his music. Anybody that's out there, listen. Wyatt McCubbin. Check him out. He's absolutely amazing. This is his wife, our sister, our ex-sister, Holly McCubbin. No. Hey, wonderful. And she is the best singer on the stage and should be sitting in the middle, I promise. On the far right, she's pretty much family. We love her to death. We've played so much music together, done a lot of life together. And I care so much about her. This is Mary Meyer on the mandolin. It ain't flashy like a fireworks show we watched on New Year's Eve. It's right out there in the open air, ain't nothing up my sleeve. Don't overdo it, overstate it, convoluted, complicated. Plain and simple, like a penny in a well, makes the water ripple. Just in the nick of time, as right as rain on a field. Always have and always will love you, plain and simple. It ain't gonna come and go or just up and disappear. It's been through the highs and lows, and it don't show no fear. Front porch light, rocking chair, just like home, it's always there. Plain and simple, like a penny in a well, makes the water ripple. It's neither left or right, yeah, it's right down the middle. Like an arrow hits a target, baby, true and steady, and ready for the burden when the load gets heavy. Just in the nick of time, it's right as rain on a field. Always have and always will love you, plain and simple. Pure and honest, of all the open highways, it goes on the longest. It never says goodbye, it's right as rain on a field. Always have and always will love you, plain and simple. Plain and simple. Now y'all can see why I keep them on the road. I don't keep them on the road because they're family. I keep them on the road because they're the best in town. I think that's my greatest fear, that Tim McGraw would steal them from me or something. No, I think we enjoy traveling on the road together. We've done it for a very long time. My brother and I have traveled around with my dad, played a bunch of bluegrass. I think we're going to talk about that in a little bit. I'm looking at this next song. I don't know if there's any truck drivers out there tonight. We can't see you raising your hands. We normally say that at live concerts and people go, yeah! Suzanne's a truck driver. She drives a big old diesel. But, you know, our worlds collide very often. We're in there getting coffee at the same time as you guys at the Flying J or wherever you're at. And it made me think. I wrote this song with Tony Lane, and we were talking about the similarities with traveling musicians and truck drivers, and then anything, honestly, that takes you on the road, work that takes you away from the people that you love, and the desire to want to get back to them. So we wrote this simple song, which one of my favorite, actually, on the record. It's called Till I Get Back to You. I've been out here on the wind. My mind and wheels are spinning like some record on the radio. Another lonely state I'm in. Another don't know where I've been down this long, hard road. Right now the sun is going down over some old dusty town I'll be blowing through. And I've been thinking about your smile, counting each and every mile till I get back to you. The humming of the highway is a lonesome sound. And if I had it my way, girl, I'd slow it all down and put my arms around you till I hang up all this travel and hear that driveway gravel underneath my boots. I'll be putting on the speed, 'cause I know I won't feel like me till I get back to you. The humming of the highway is a lonesome sound. And if I had it my way, girl, I'd slow this rig down, have my arms around you. There's moonlight on the dashboard, headlights on the billboards, yeah, the world is blue. I'm running on empty here tonight, and I won't feel alright till I get back to you. Till I get back to you. All right. Thank y'all. I was thinking as Mary was playing that solo down there, and the crowd goes wild on their couches. I'm just sure you guys are throwing your drinks in the air.
I hope so.
Maybe if you all yelled at once, as loud as you could. I wonder if we could hear you. 1, 2, 3.
I think I heard something.
Yeah. So this next song is it's the single, and it works. It works really well for right now. We were actually going down a different path, thinking I must have tickled these guys up here. As far as the single goes, but we let some radio personalities hear it, and they thought that this celebration of home life, because really that's what this song is, a country boy's celebration of being at home with his little house on the hill and his girl and his bird dog on the front porch. And I think there's probably more people that need to have songs like that now that we're stuck at our houses. So this is a song called Ain't Bad for a Good Old Boy. I ain't the product of a trust fund. Far as money goes, I ain't got none, but I trade my time in the hot sun for enough to get me by. My pickup's old and rusty, she rattles and stays dusty, but when Emily's there beside me, it shines, shines, shines. We got a roof to keep the rain off, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, guarding that screen door, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl and a love that's a real McCoy. Ain't bad for a good old boy. She's gracing holy blue jeans with a face made for the movies. Yeah, she beats all I ever dreamed every time she wakes me up. She's got a way of making something out of a whole lot of nothing. The honey in her loving is like money in my cup. We got a roof to keep the rain on, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, guarding that screen door, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl and a love that's a real McCoy. Ain't bad for a good old boy. We got a roof to keep the rain on, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl and a love that's a real McCoy. Ain't bad for a good old boy. It ain't bad for a good old boy.
from the station in downtown Nashville. Mo Pitney, brand new album, Ain't Looking Back, and you can find that wherever you guys get your music. So go ahead and check out the album as soon as this is over, because you're not going to want to miss a second of this. By the way, Mo, a lot of folks in your hometown saying hi in Rockford, Illinois.
Awesome.
Lots of people
Howdy,
writing
Rockford. Hi, Mima and Pawpaw, and Tina and Frank, and everybody else.
You know, you mentioned, of course, getting to travel with family, and Blake and Holly just got off. But this is, you know, one of the cool things I would think, not only to have your family, but the comfort. You know, so many times you guys are on the road and you don't know, you know, to bounce ideas off. You know, these guys are never going to lie to you.
Yeah, thankfully. And sometimes it hurts, but but we all need to get a little check every now and again, me more so than others. But it's good to have my brother and sister out, and then also my immediate family. And we've been able to take our first daughter out on the road whenever we're out on the bus. And now our family's growing, and I'll have another girl to tell me what to do while we're out on the road with Audra.
I was going to say, you are outnumbered, my friend. Speaking of outnumbered, I know your beautiful wife, Emily, is taking the stage.
Come on, Emmy.
Just had the baby last month, right? Audra was just born last month.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Speaking of Ain't Bad for a good old boy, I'd love to hear the backstory. I mean, listen, like I said, painting the picture in that song with the dog on the porch. And, you know.
And Emily's name got into that song, too.
And Emily mentioned in making that truck look so much better.
Always.
You know, talk about the backstory of how you guys came to meet.
Yeah, so we originally met. So tonight you're going to notice that we're kind of playing the record because we had to strip down as far as the amount of musicians up here. We're kind of got the bluegrass flavor of tonight, which is very much my background in my life. Musically with my brother, we traveled, but her family did as well. And that's actually where we met Mary as well, as out on the road at bluegrass festivals. And we met in Southern Illinois, about halfway between my hometown and her hometown. And that was a lot earlier than we started dating. We were friends for a while, and God had to hit me upside the back of the head and get me back on the right track, which is something that you find in the actually title track of this album, the turnaround moment, I like to call it. And I think God was doing the same thing with Emily at the same time. And we moved from friend, after she friend-zoned me, by the way.
Literally friend-zoned.
We
went. Those words.
Yeah, we went to IBMA, which is a bluegrass festival, and I was thinking of her more than a friend, and she let me know really quickly that I was only a friend. Yeah, thankfully. Yeah, Mary's laughing because she's witnessed it all.
So not such a smooth talker? Is that what you're saying?
No. Right now you can tell she makes me nervous just talking through all of this. But now I guess the rest is history. So I finally got her to fall in love with me, and then she had to get me to fall back in love with her because I was offended. And no, I'm just kidding.
He was just scared. He was like, okay, fine, not going to try that
again. There was probably fear, mostly fear.
The two of you actually sang on this stage previous, right? I mean, you guys.
Yeah, there's actually this video somebody filmed from their phone of us singing "Storms Never Last" on this stage that probably has more views than any other video that we've put out. We've produced big videos, and I just think that she makes me look better. So I figured she needed to be up here tonight to sing with me.
Well, we can definitely hear your muse, Emily, throughout most songs for sure. The song that you guys are going to start off with right now, and it's something that's so important for so many to hear, that, you know, materialistic things, we don't really need them. There's a song that you take us back to when maybe the early days of you and Emily just starting out with Mattress, and that's really all you need.
Yeah. We definitely did start out in 700 square feet, and those are great memories that I'll always be looking back on. It wasn't long. We had a little one there, and so we had to upgrade, especially when we knew the next baby was coming. But yeah, I hope that we always hold on to the real stuff, the important stuff. All the other stuff can fall away. We can live in a tent. I don't care. I think before we got married, Emily said she'd live in an RV with me, which I think I actually believe that. And my grandparents actually lived in an RV. There's an old picture of them before they built their first house and lived in an RV. So maybe we'll do that one day. We'll just travel the country and live in an RV. I don't know.
What it feels like.
Mo Pitney, Ain't Looking Back, the brand new album, once again.
Mattress on the floor, boxes in the hall, no pictures in the frames, no frames on the wall, light bulb on a wire, $10 in the drawer, bed sheet on the window, mattress on the floor, car keys on the counter, take out in the fridge, Haggard on her t-shirt, box wine on her kiss, diamond on her finger, says whatever's mine is yours. Gotta start out somewhere, mattress on the floor. Oh, ain't it something? Oh, how you've got it all when you've got nothing. Mattress on the floor, her head on my chest, staring at the ceiling, feeling every breath, listening to it raining, don't need nothing more than lying with my baby, mattress on the floor. Oh, ain't it something? Oh, how you've got it all when you've got nothing. Mattress on the floor. Mattress on the floor. Yeah, that's real life stuff there. We built this house that we're living in now, and just to let the cat out of the bag, we haven't ordered our new bed frame from Amazon yet, so we're still mattress on the floor. Moved into our new house and just rolled a mattress on in there. So this next song, actually Emily got to sing. I got to get Emily sing on this this next song. It's called Local Honey, and you can hear her singing the harmony. I got to sing with her on it. And this is fun. My mom, I'm sure my mom's out there watching. I doubt it if she wasn't. I hope so, because that'd be sad if she didn't watch. But she gave me the idea for this song, and actually is part credit to the right on this, because couldn't have done it without you, Mama. But she texted me as I was walking in with Will Nance and Adam Wood, Local Honey. And it wasn't very long. We had the outline of this song and tuned it up another day. And it's fun to go out on the road and sing fun tunes like this. Well, there she was at the fruit stand at the farmer's market off of 4th and Main, selling raspberry jelly in her right hand. I joked about the jam just to catch her name. She said he ought to give it a try, but oh, I really had my eye. Was that local honey, sweet sugar just standing there. That local honey, homegrown down the road about a mile from here, where the birds and the bees get buzzy. Makes me want to lay down my money on this local honey. Well, I spent $50 on some fruit pies and another $20 on some homemade soap, and I helped her pack up when the sun died. Took her to the diner for a root beer float. She let me have one little sip, but all I wanted on my lip was that local honey, sweeter than sugar just standing there. That local honey, homegrown down the road about a mile from here, where the birds and the bees get fuzzy. Makes me want to lay down my money on this local honey. Got honey dripping off my lips now, honey calling on my phone. Honey gonna stick by me now everywhere I go. Got this local honey, sweeter than sugar just standing there. That local honey, homegrown down the road about a mile from here. Local honey, sweeter than sugar just standing there. That local honey, homegrown down the road about a mile from here, where the birds and the bees get buzzy. Makes me want to lay down my money on this local honey. Local honey. So, thank you guys so much. We're going to get them back up here in a second. And rumor has it there's a banjo in the house as well. So Tom Douglas and Dean Dillon both wrote this next song together. The first time I got to hear this song, I was actually in Canada sitting around a campfire, and I don't think the song was completed, but it was about 90% finished, and Dean had some screws that they needed to tighten up. But Dean pulled out an old gut string guitar and played this song, and I heard it the first time prior to my my big life change, the turnaround moment. And it moved me then, and it stuck with me, that the way that they portrayed this scene just almost haunted me in a way. And you fast forward probably 5 years later, and I'm going in to make a record, and Moose says, "You're not going to believe this, I got to play you this track." Dean Dillon just came in and put a vocal on it. And he played me this song, and it was the completed version of this tune. And you know, this is now after I believe I'd come to a reckoning with the Creator. And so the song meant 1,000 times more to me hearing it the second time. And I told Moose on my drive home that we needed to end the album with it, but I was afraid to ask Dean or Tom if I could record it, so I just recorded it, and then we had them come over and listen, and thankfully they let us put it on the album. I wanted to put it on the end of the project because if the Lord let the album shoot to the top of the charts, especially in the current climate we're in right now, there's a lot of craziness going on, and it seems like the grasp at truth could be the most important thing in the world for us. And he said he was the way, the truth, and the life. And not only did he logically make sense, but the way that he walked when he was here was the truth. He walked perfectly in love. And anyways, this song is from the standpoint of the man that made Jesus' cross, and based on a C.S. Lewis quote called "Liar, Lunatic, or Lord." But the song is called Jonas. Oh, it took me just a half a day to make the cross he'd bear, and the soldiers 15 minutes for the crown of thorns he'd wear. Simon from Cyrene, they made him carry the cross as they marched him to the place of the skull, offered him wine and gall. Oh, but Jesus wouldn't take it. Some cried, set him free. A man turned to me and asked, now who do you believe? Do you take him at his word, for it's a double-edged sword? Is he a lunatic, a liar, or the Lord? Well, me, my name is Jonas. My trade is nails and men. But this one, oh, he's different from any other one of them. With the first spike in his right hand, I looked him in the eye. The guilty ones cry out for shame, but his they did not lie. It was too early for the sunset, yet so dark we could not see. And I heard his voice cry out, my God, why have you forsaken me? We just cast our lots for his clothes, for none of us were sure. Is he a lunatic, a liar, or the Lord? Oh, we gathered in our room, in our sorrow and despair. Mary rushed from the tomb, said, our Lord, he is not there. Suddenly he appeared to us with spike marks on his feet, reached out his hands of blood and love, turned to them and me, said, now who do you believe? Do you take me at my word, for it's a double-edged sword? Am I a lunatic, a liar, or the Lord? Yes, I take him at his word. He's my shield and sword. No lunatic, no liar. He's my Lord. All righty.
Unbelievable, Mo. Just an incredible song. And I believe it was Nancy Anderson who just wrote in and watching you from home and said she remembers you playing that song in South Dakota, and she remembers the reaction from the crowd. You've gotten to play that live.
Yes.
And I can't imagine. I would think that everybody just stops in their tracks no matter what they're doing.
Well, I think as far as all the things that Tom and Dean have written. It's one of their greatest masterpieces. You know, it's not just the performance. Obviously, the song is just unbelievable, the way that it's portrayed. And I think part of it is that moment in history is the most intense moment in history, I think. And to not cover it in flowery language and depict it the way that it actually happened is a showstopper in a sense, and it causes the heart to wake up. So I think that it just takes the breath out of the audience in the good way when we play it. And I'm selective on when I play it because it's a heavy subject. Some crowds, we just need to get up and have a good time, but some nights it feels right to play something like that.
You know, you ended your first album with a song that was faith-driven, and now this album, a lot of people writing in going, will he be doing a gospel album in the future? Is that something that you talk about or think about?
Yeah. You know, I'll let you into a little secret. I would love to do a gospel album. And I tell people that Jesus spoke in parables, and I've almost, moving forward, I'm more excited about making records that could be parables for a bigger story in the world. You know, everything that we come in contact with, our parents, our spouses, you know, marriage is a picture of all these eternal things. And I want my records moving forward to have fun, have a good time, talk about the darkness into the light and things like that, but also have these pictures of eternal things in parable form. So that's kind of how I've viewed some of my songwriting recently. But yes, I still would love to do some of my favorite hymns or just different kinds of gospel songs one day. I'm sure that's going to come out.
Well, the new album, of course, that we're talking about now, Ain't Looking Back, Mo Pitney. Dean Dillon, you said one of the co-writers of that. Dean Dillon is getting inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame this year. Another
Congrats.
guy on this album is also getting inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, and that being Marty Stewart. These guys are featured on the album playing a song called Old Home Place.
Yep.
And how great to have all of these guys in the studio with you.
Yeah, so we had Marty Stewart, Ricky Skaggs, Jerry Douglas, J.D. Crowe,
Barry Bales.
Barry Bales, Aubrey Haney, Tommy Harden played the drums. It's an interesting cut of the song that we're getting ready to play. It's a song called Old Home Place, which I've played ever since I was a little kid. And it's a little bit different version on the record than the way that we're going to play it tonight. Right here we have Russ Carson, amazing banjo player, has played with Ricky Skaggs for a number of years. He sure knows how to get her done, if you ever heard that phrase before. But yeah, I'm honored to have all of those names on this song. And they've been my heroes ever since I was a little kid, and I just can't believe that history will show that I was on record with them.
You know, I mentioned earlier about the heartache on this album and Feels Like Rain. This guy in this song, he loses the girl and he loses his house.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can't get
This is as low as it gets, yeah.
Well,
So
thank
it's
God for
funny.
bluegrass.
Yeah, it's funny. We do Ain't Looking Back into Old Home Place, and I think musically we just thought this sounds happy, but you just pointed out that lyrically it's the saddest song on the record.
Ain't that the thing about bluegrass, though? You can tap your foot to and go, wait a second, this guy's pretty sad.
Yeah. Well, we'll try to kick it off for you here. Thank you so much. This is a song called The Old Home Place. It's been 10 long years since I left my home in the holler where I was born, where the cool fall nights make the wood smoke rise and a fox hunter blows his horn. I ran down with the girl in town. I thought that she would be true, COVID brain. I ran away to Charlottesville and worked in a sawmill too. What have they done to the old home place? Why did they tear it down? And why did I leave the plow in the field and look for a job in the town? with somebody else. The tariffs took all my pain, and here I stand where the old home stood before they took it away. Now the geese fly south and the cold wind moans as I stand here and hang my head. I've lost my love, I've lost my home, and now I wish that I was dead. What have they done to the old home place? Why did they tear it down? And why did I leave my plow in the field and look for a job in the town? Done to the old home place? Why did they tear it down? And why did I leave my plow in the field and look for a job in the town? That just feels right. That feels right here at the station inn tonight. Man, it's been too long where we can just play with people, so thank you, Russ, so much.
Old Home Place, of course, that's a song you'll find on Mo Pitney's brand new album, Ain't Lookin Back, and you guys, you can find that wherever you find your music. And speaking of homes, we haven't really spent much time talking about the fact that this guy literally built his own home. If you follow him on social media, you know Mo Mondays, and you've kind of been taking us along through the build. I mean, you literally hands in dirt from like the base of the, I mean, this is it your father that kind of taught you
so
that?
I mean, as far as learning how to learn is what I learned from my dad. Anything that my dad set his hand to doing, he just figured it out and got it done. One thing, right before I moved to Nashville, he walked into an old hotel that was built out of really old rough-sawn lumber and had these huge beams that were holding up the building, the things that you see in all the cool bars downtown, what they build. It's called yellow pine or heart pine. He saw it and kind of could see the future that people were going to start using that lumber. And the guy said, yeah, this building's condemned and we need to tear it down. And Dad said, well, that's what I do. And that's absolutely not what he did. And he went home and got me and my brother, and we tore it down board by board the year before I moved to Nashville. And the cool thing about the house is our whole porch, and there's a pergola in our kitchen and a couple other things that are built all out of the wood that we tore down that hotel. So part of our hometown in Rockford is now put into the earth in Tennessee here. So
How long does it take you to do something like that?
it took about a year and a half or 2 years to tear it down. It was 2 city blocks long. It was huge. So.
And then how long to put that into the new house as far as the rebuild?
Yeah, it was a year and 6 month build. We did things before that, put in a septic tank, dug the water and made the driveway and all of that before that. But just the building of the house, we started, and it was a year and 6 months.
Had you ever built a house before?
No. I just tore stuff down before that and worked on cars and things like that. But what we actually built, what people are now calling barn dominium. So we hired a barn company to put up a barn, and so I had a lot of help on the front half. And then I went on the inside with the help of family and friends and people that were more knowledgeable than me. And then I used YouTube like crazy. I pretty much wore out YouTube.
I call that YouTube University.
Exactly. You can learn anything you want now. But then we built the house. I hope it's still standing in 10 years. But
what was the biggest tackle for you?
in the house, probably the wiring. That was a big thing. And so I got a friend of mine, Henry Thompson, He's overseas right now doing a missions trip. I wish he could see tonight me giving him a shout out. He's an amazing guy, good electrician, and he helped me out through the whole process so I didn't burn my house down.
Well, it is beautiful. You can follow this man online, Mo Mondays. I know we've got a new episode that's going to be coming up because Monday's right around the corner. Let's get back to the music. Mo Pitney, Ain't Lookin' Bad.
Yeah, thank you. You know, it really is amazing to ever have been able to make a record, and to be on the second record is incredibly humbling, and I'm very thankful. Yeah, it's been a journey since I was sitting on the edge of my bed, falling in love with music. I think all of us know what that's like, to fall in love with something, whether it's cutting hair or fishing or hunting or whatever you might do. It was music for me. And I picked up this very guitar so many years ago and just started heading down this path. I never thought in a million years that I could make even a small living playing music. My dream was to buy and sell bird dogs and barely make enough money to play bluegrass on the weekends. That was heaven to me when I was a little kid. And little by little, doors have opened up, and I'm down here on my second album, in the craziest time in the world to be releasing a second album. But along the way, I feel like I've been up and down and sometimes lost the reason why I originally fell in love with music. And I hope if you're out there listening, whatever you love doing, I hope that you can keep yourself free from the wrong reasons of doing it, so that you would find a greater joy that will always outweigh the security of fame and fortune and money. The love of the thing is so much more valuable than all the other things that come along with it. So that was kind of our vision in this record and the writing of this song, which opens up the album. It just says, as long as I can remember, this box has been in my hand. And I've spent many nights in front of people and not in front of people with tears in my eyes or laughing because I was playing music. And I hope I never lose that. And this is my letter to myself and to anyone who hears this record or any of my music to maybe keep me accountable and help me not lose that. This song is called A Music Man. I didn't come here to be famous or to see my name in lights. I didn't come here for the money. Awards don't even cross my mind. But as long as I can remember, I've had a guitar in my hand. It's like God looked at me from heaven, said, I think I'll make a music man. It was deep down in my bones, woven in my heart and soul. Just a kid there on my bed, trying to get out what hurt his head. Now I live out on a stage. There's people here to hear me play. So I'm just giving you a song you might remember when I'm gone. You might ask what keeps me going through the airports and the rain. Yeah, I just love to see your faces. Wish I could. Though I may never know your names. Truth is, I think I found my purpose down here in the grand design. That's just to sing the words God gives me, to know He's with me all the time. And it's deep down in my bones, woven in my heart and soul. Still a kid out on the road that don't ever have to be alone. And now I'm on another stage. You're all out there to hear me play. So I'm just giving you a song for you to remember when I'm gone. Let me leave you with this song. You might remember when I'm gone. Thank you all.
Unbelievable. Somebody posted as they're watching this on Facebook and it all going down live that you touch the soul, and sir, you so certainly do. Just unbelievable.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
This is a song too on the record that Jamie Johnson comes in on the end. Talk about bringing Jamie in.
So Jamie Johnson and Melanie Cannon both got to sing on this song. We got to get them, like I said with Emily. We twisted their arm, and I'm so thankful that they sang on it because it's so cool to hear it back. And when Jamie sings harmony, he actually sings the harmony on it. It sounds like he's singing lead because he just owns everything that he sings. But it's cool because it sounds like he's identifying with the same lyric. You know, it's not just a ghosting behind me. It's two men that have, you know, given their life to music in a sense. And I can hear him saying it from his heart too. And then the other cool part is that he actually sings the very last song, which partly is funny because I'm literally saying, you might remember when I'm gone, and I just step out and let him sing the last line, so I vanish. So, but it's so cool, them singing on it. I don't think he not only made the song cooler, but he made the whole album more interesting by singing on that song.
You set it up so beautifully, and for those people, everybody now watching knows the story behind it, but when people, I think this is going to be a long time coming, when people hear this song, you're going to Google it because you're going to go, who did this? This is a classic. It sounds like a classic already.
Wow. Well, thank you for saying that. That means the world to any songwriter, I'm sure, to think that something that they wrote might be timeless or a classic. So thank you for saying that. And I also want to thank you. You have done an amazing job tonight. Everyone here.
So glad to be here with this man. I mean, you know, when we get to do what we do on this side, and you have the joy and the pleasure of listening from top to bottom, an incredible artist. I mean, truly goosebumps throughout the whole night. Just a tremendous art. I know right now it's frustrating for a lot of guys. You guys want to get out on the road. Looking forward to it once it's safe to do so. And I know you're going to bring, I would assume, the family in tow because the family is now growing. But looking forward to getting back out there.
Yes, we are definitely looking forward to it. And as soon as they take the chains off our bus, we're going to let it roll down the road. I promise you that.
Well, I know a lot of people writing in saying, come to this town, come to that town. So as soon as he can, he definitely will. Again, the new album, Ain't Looking Back, Mo Pitney. It is available on vinyl. As you can see, I've got the first copy. I'm taking bids, $20. Do I hear 25? Do I hear 30? We started doing a little raffle off. Well, thank you again, Mo, for having me, and what a pleasure. On behalf of Curb Records, the entire team that have been all behind the scenes, and I know they're watching at home, of course, Renee Bierman and her whole team behind Modern Management, and the whole staff. This is like your home away from home here at the Station Inn.
Of course,
so thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you guys for tuning in. Mo Pitney, everybody.
Mattress on the floor, boxes in the hall, no pictures in the frame, no frames on the wall, light bulb on a wire, $10 in the drawer, bed sheet on the window, mattress on the floor, car keys on the counter, take out in the fridge, Haggard on her t-shirt, box wine on her kiss, diamond on her finger, says whatever's mine is yours. Gotta start out somewhere, mattress on the floor. Oh, ain't it something? Oh, how you got it all when you've got nothing. On the floor, her head on my chest, staring at the ceiling, feeling every breath, listening to it raining, don't need nothing more than lying with my baby, mattress on the floor.